Juan Zamora asked me to tell this story while he kept his back turned. What he means is that he wants to have his back to the reader the whole time. He says he's ashamed, or as he puts it himself, I'm in pain. Pain, as a synonym for shame, is a peculiarity of Mexican speech, comparable to saying senior citizens for old people, so as not to offend, or saying he's in a bad way, to soften the idea that someone's illness is terminal. Shame causes pain. Sometimes pain causes shame. So Juan Zamora will not offer you a view of his face over the course of this story. You'll be able to see only the nape of his neck, his back. I won't say his ass, because that too is a loaded term in Mexico, especially in the sense of offering your ass to someone, the lowest act of cowardice, a yielding, or a type of abject courtesy. That's not the case with Juan Zamora. He wears a big university sweatshirt, size XXL, decorated in front with the emblem of the university in question, the kind of sweatshirt that hangs down to your thighs, though he wears it tucked into his jeans. No, Juan Zamora insists I tell you he won't be offering anything. He only wants to emphasize that his shame is equal to his pain. He doesn't blame anyone. It is true that he touched a world, and that the world touched him. But after all, everything that happened passed through him and happened inside him. This is what counts. The story takes place during the time of the Mexican oil boom, at the end of the 1970s and beginning of the 1980s. Right from the start, that explains part of the pain-shame identification Juan Zamora is talking about. Shame because we celebrated the boom like a bunch of nouveau riches. Pain because the wealth was badly used. Shame because the president said our problem now was to administer our wealth. Pain because the poor kept on getting poorer. Shame because we became frivolous spendthrifts, slaves of vulgar whims and our comic macho posturing. Pain because we were incapable of administering even our shame. Pain and shame because we were no good at being rich. The only things appropriate for us are poverty, dignity, effort. In Mexico, there have always been corrupt authoritarian figures with too much power. But they are forgiven everything if they are at least serious. Is there one corruption that's serious and another that's frivolous? Frivolity is intolerable, unforgivable, the mockery of all those who've been screwed. That's the source of the pain and the shame of those years when we were millionaires for a day, then woke up broke, out in the street, tears of laughter pouring down our faces before we began to laugh with pain. Juan Zamora has his back to you. When he was 23, he got to study at Cornell thanks to a scholarship. He was a dedicated pre-med student at the National Preparatory School and then at the National University, and he swears to you that that would have been enough for him if his mother hadn't got it into her head that during the Mexican boom period it was necessary to do some post-grad work at a Yankee university. Your father never knew how to take advantage of an opportunity. He was Don Leonardo Barroso's administrative lawyer for 20 years and died without a penny to his name. What could he have been thinking about? Well, not about you or me, Juanito, you can be sure of that. What did he say to you? That honesty is its own reward, that he was an honorable professional, that he wasn't going to betray Mario de la Cueva and his other professors at the law school, that he'd been taught that law is an honorable profession, that you cannot defend the law if you're corrupt yourself. But it's not illegal, Gonzalo, I'd say to your father, to accept a payment for doing favors. It's no crime drawing a matter to the attention of Minister Barroso. Everyone in government gets rich but you. That's called a bribe, Lelia. It's a triple deception, besides being a lie. If the matter develops, it looks as if I was paid to move it along. If it fails, I look like a crook. In either case, I deceive the minister, the nation, and myself. A little public works contract, Gonzalo, that's all I'm asking you to request. You get your commission and bye-bye. No one will find out. With that money, we could buy a house in Anzures and get out of Colonia Santa Maria. We could send Juanito to a gringo university. What I mean is, the boy's a very good student, and it would be a shame for him to go to waste with that riffraff at the National University."